हे गाइस, हेलो एंड वेलकम बैक। भाई स्वागत है सभी लोगों का एक और एक स्ट्रीम में। हम लोग खेल रहे हैं गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट और चल रहा है नाविया के लिए पुल। सो हम लोग थोड़ा 2 मिनट दे दो, मैं एक बार ज़रा मेरा स्ट्रीम पूरा चेक कर लेता, एक बार ओके है तो फिर हम जाएंगे आगे, प्रोसीड करेंगे गेम के लिए। सो कल एक्चुअली मैंने पुल किया था, लेकिन मुझे कैंडेस मिली थी उसकी जगह पे। या मैसेज तो मैंने कर दिया, अभी देखते हैं। पहले हम लूट कलेक्ट करेंगे और डेली का मिशन जो है वो कंप्लीट करेंगे, इसके बाद आगे जाएंगे। कुछ तो है। वो खाली एनिमीज है। वहां पर भी चेस्ट है। राइट साइड टेबल वाई बोला ना। ऑल ऑफ बुलेट बार्नेकल्स, ये भी सही है। ये मिशन बहुत अच्छा लगता है मेरे को, बुलेट बार्नेकल उड़ाने वाला। टेंशन नहीं है, पानी में जाओ, बुलेट बार्नेकल उड़ाओ, ऊपर आओ, खत्म। एकदम एकदम इजी पीजी मिशन देते हैं कभी कभी। हाँ कभी कभी। उड़ाने का है तो मुझे
Disappear!
Boom boom! Chia! Ha ha! Instead of Let the show begin.
इसे 450 के ऊपर है यार इसका पिंग।
Shine down. Motion to compel.
Windblade!
I'll protect us. Incinerate. There is no escape. Boom boom. Inadmissible evidence. Motion to compel. Shine down. Boom boom. Incinerate. Ja. 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 Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for Ad Astra.
It's finally time to meet up with everyone! Paimon even dreamt of making the film last night.
There'll be an extra.
If Paimon remembers right, we're meeting at Hotel de Boer. Let's get going!
Exactly! But none of them believe.
वोट तो मिल गया है लेकिन ये अभी इसका टिकट्स जमा था।
You okay there?
Oh, I say, wait.
So, he was...
Hey, don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affair.
What kind of bat?
Don't even ask. And take... That's not a good...
And there he goes.
Shh. I think we're... Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in... You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out?
So you're Linny. And where's your sister? Save us the trouble and go fetch her.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister! Who said—
Save your questions, missy. You—
Looks like we. Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're.
Don't worry, we got—
Step right up. Ow.
Yeah!
And voila!
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always
Come on, let's scram!
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with you! Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they— Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. And they've already done it to someone else, but you're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday. Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth.
Well, if that's the case, let's head back to the
Gemma?
You again.
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and so you can
What? Why?
Sounds like they're no.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all. It's been 10 long years. And still, every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they— How do I know I can trust you?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, because you see, this is a personal matter.
Okay.
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Cendre. But the place— I also know that the Fleuve Cendre is dangerous.
Understood.
Got it. But if I'm staying here...
I mean, bon appetit. But stay
Okay. Alright. Power saving mode off.
अब सामान फ्लूइड सेंटर में क्यों रखा है लोगों यहाँ पे 2-3 मिशन एक साथ चल रहा है भाई अभी क्या क्या हो रहा है समझ में नहीं आ रहा है
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. There we go. It.
So this was Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. triggered some sort of device.
Illusion shattered!
Breath of the flame!
Step right up. Let's get this show on the road.
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing. There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look. Let's dance.
एक्टिविटीज बहुत अच्छा है लेकिन पता नहीं क्यों बहुत पिट रहा है। ये सीजर का रूम है क्या? किसका है भाई इतना? क्या बोल के रूम बनाया अभी? या अंडरग्राउंड पूरा एरिया है भाई पूरा।
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
सीक्रेट लोकेशन। इसका हेल्थ क्यों कम हो रहा है यार? ये मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा। हेल्थ इसका जा क्यों रहा है? क्यों नल्ले ऐसा खेल रहा है? नहीं नल्ला है क्या भाई ये कैरेक्टर?
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's work. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe, aha! If I just move this book...
A secret path!
I'm a magician too, and a pair looks pretty big inside.
भाई कुछ तो मिला। कचरा दिया लेकिन दिया तो सही। ये सही है। मुझे लगा था आज कुछ मिलेगा नहीं ये लूट में।
Now disappear! A round of applause!
Let the show begin.
और ये अंदर है भाई, ये बहुत बड़ा रूम है यार।
Step right up!
बहुत बड़ा रूम और अंदर की तरफ कोपचे कोपचे में घुसा घुसा के रखा है, नीचे से ऊपर ऊपर से नीचे जा रहे हैं, बस यही चालू है। वापिस बाहर आ गए क्या? मतलब ये क्या नल्ला नल्ला भेज रहे हैं?
Shine down.
And voila! Now disappear!
There is no escape.
Here comes the finale! Step right up!
Why have you stopped, Lenny? Is there...
It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead. If anyone makes a major discovery, let's...
All right, see ya!
मुझे लगता है ना हम लोग को यहाँ पे ना आगे भेज दिया है इन लोग ने, अभी पीछे से आएगा तो जो है ना कि जिसके लिए हम लोग ढूंढ रहे हैं, जो तो जिसका इंक्वायरी चल रहा है ना, वही चीज़ है। लाइनी को क्या मिला देखते हैं।
The placement of this...
जो बंदे भेजे हुए वो दूसरे मैजिशियन के बेटे जो इंक्वायरी नहीं करता है।
Wow! There's a hidden room here! This book's thick as a brick!
At one of my shows a few days ago, as a joke, so I told them another. I wound up saying... Two children came to talk. Anyway, I told them that learning magic is very hard. It seems like something's bothering. Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those. I have a good feeling about those kids. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. They wanted to call me master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them with time. Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that they're It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. It's only been They're very tough, but they hide things from me too. That's the thing about children. I can sense that their lives have been after thinking things over. I decided to tell them a P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. P.P.S. Oh, Caesar, Caesar.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lenny. So...
Hold that thought.
Fishy?
All in good time. Before we go over our new lead, first, the magician slots themselves into... At this point, meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now... Oh no! Is that...
Very vivid description.
The audience's gaze then... Of course, that's just how I think the process should work. The inventor of this trick never performed it. He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. And no one else has ever attempted this trick.
So Caesar's famous high-up Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person. Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out...
Glad you asked. That brings us... This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the Once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up into the air, from where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front. At this point, the magician presses a button inside the box. Open. He then escapes through this trapdoor onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly returns to grab...
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing, many days and nights of careful research and painstaking. Caesar was a highly accomplished magician.
So, how did it go so wrong?
I can make a pretty good guess. I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned.
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which leads me to believe because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. But a magician needs to be able to redirect it. The essence of magic is getting people to believe. And so, Caesar trained himself to use, but in his most stressful and nerve-wracking Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had but I'm sure he was caught. So he opened the compartment, took out, much like when you reach for your keys but find your Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for with the stakes being as high as they were.
But in reality, but how would they be?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed, and who could... Isn't that right?
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you? There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. But I gave you your chance.
You mean Gemma?
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability, which is why you can't leave the...
Now disappear!
Shine down! Now ye shall perish!
With the wind!
Time for your arraignment!
Let's dance. Ready, steady, go!
Step right up! A round of applause!
Motion to compel. Go, Barbara, go!
Illusion shattered!
Incinerate!
There is no escape!
Disappear!
Boom boom! Freckles with flame!
Illusion shattered!
Now let's get this show on the road! Had enough yet, Lorenzo? I think it's high time you started.
If I had a mora for every time you've said that man's name. Of course, he was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic.
So it was.
Jealousy. Hatred. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby. But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and he forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their mora. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in, I had to kill him.
And this was your own.
It was reason enough.
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play.
In love with Gemma, don't.
Guess I was wrong about that then.
I am. Caesar was. I never bought into any of that.
Oh, yeah!
That's just how it looked from the outside. I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft.
So, that's the story, huh?
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you've... So be it.
Very well. In Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Loren.
At least I can find...
Lily has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of
Look who's... What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should...
Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first.
Good point! We let the show begin.
Looks like no more.
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just...
You're third? Lynette...
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and...
That's besides the point. Well...
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for...
Gosh, that's amazing. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but
It's okay, we understand. But you don't need to be...
Sorry, I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. But I was so afraid. Thank you all.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real phantom. And to think that lowlife's been living, at least his soul can finally...
Don't blame yourself,
Yeah, you still have the...
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the... This show will be a special...
In Caesar's honor.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna... Wait. Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh, yeah!
पे देखते हैं अगर डिपॉजिट करने मिलता है तो बहुत अच्छा, नहीं डिपॉजिट करने मिला तो फिर लेंगे। 4 और चाहिए अभी है यहाँ हमारे पास। ये तो खाली है भाई, कोई है ही नहीं। अच्छा 2-4 लोग ही बैठे हैं।
Paimon's excited to see another of Linny's magic shows!
Not this time. My brother's going so I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gents. The great magician Linny has prepared a spectacle.
Thank you all so much for coming.
Exciting stuff.
Yes, it's just...
No wonder. So,
Well, children love magic. And somehow...
Aww,
It was with a flower. He took it in his hand. I was so...
Oh, that's so cute.
Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart. Just after all, you never know when the people dear...
That's right. Paimon doesn't really...
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy.
See? Eat the Phantom Weasel! Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you...
As Linny once said, a performer's job is to commit but once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the...
What are you talking about? Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief intermission. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so...
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places. Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon.
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid this is a big mistake for a magician to make. But...
Lenny? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago.
all in good time. Magician...
Really?
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the... But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police and her opportunities to act. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a
So, being the master deceiver she was, the Weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was, but as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought, and at her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing afterwards. Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the Weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
But I just have one question. You seem to think that
Don't worry, Lorenzo's... But I never believed that he was the Weasel. And in fact, my investigation only made me more...
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on... Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of
Wait, so you mean the whole intimidation thing? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't...
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But...
An excellent...
Is that right?
As a matter of... Why would the real Weasel have targeted things that only have value?
Of course. If I had to guess. Left to fend for herself after her parent, she'd scrounge waste. This was her only source of happy. Once again, she was... This was a fate too cruel for anyone. I detest the happy. I will rob them of
That's some...
Does this story...
Yes, it is quite to my tastes.
Huh. That's right, because without that, none of this would have...
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, Linny. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that...
Very sharp... Well, no need for me to be coy about it. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves. Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe.
10... Wait... Oh, I get. He taught you magic back then, didn't he?
We remember all our debts, however great or small. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, but we didn't...
And?
Free? Caesar once told me that even... I think that applies to you. Life took many things from you, and...
What are you trying...
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living... Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master. He knew who you were, and that you're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. But that truth is gone now. And I guarantee...
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on...
Gather round, one and all. The time has... I'm sure you're all wondering...
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician's secret. We have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but...
Lenny, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing. You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated in a...
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Lenny said, when you're...
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her.
All right. Well, let's go.
आतेश देखो फाइनल इवेंट। क्या है भाई, क्या यार 520 है भाई, 520 के ऊपर जा रहा है यार ये।
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Linny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling.
How could he possibly have...
How mysterious.
What a heart-stopping magic show! Caesar's name has finally been cleared. Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, you mean the one where... Yeah, that's... Alright, let's go look...
दे देते हैं फाइनल रिवाइव फेयरवेल, खत्म करते हैं स्टोरी मिशन।
Are you alright? Paimon was scared.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep... I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, sometimes... I can't... Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on?
You know, Paimon...
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette, I told you about my past before, remember? As a young boy, but I quickly realized that observation alone, I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves.
So that's why you saw—
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking. In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good. For instance, when he asked why I wanted to— But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic, what amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was— Trust is a beautiful thing.
Winnie.
Still worried about the way I feel? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, after Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. That night, I remember to keep secret. You only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely.
Yeah, we've had to say our fair delicious food. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind—
Exactly. It's the same for me. Life has taken plenty. That's why the darkness never— All right. Time to lighten this conversation.
It was amazing!
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decided.
Aw, come on!
Oh, all right then. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing—
Huh? My goodness, you're right.
3?
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! But more importantly, Paimon—
Well, if you want to learn—
Fuck.
Since you asked so nicely—
Is that it?
Ah, look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my— I look forward to—
Alright, shall we head back down too? But let's head to the Steambird's offices to—
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are
Oh, please, Lenny, I'll only take a moment.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, but just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma—
That was
Too late, bro.
That was quick, you say? It sounds like I've got— Aha! My instincts did not lead me astray.
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time.
Huh. Okay, then. Oh, I remember now! You and Gemma were— Quickfire question! Where did you all go—
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Lenny did a prime— Actually, glad you mentioned it, cause that reminds Paimon. Guess what?
What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this—
No, I just—
What the—
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to— Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to— Apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one— All right, I guess I'll leave you to continue—
Lynette?
Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I was—
Oh, really? Oh, thank you.
You and me both, Paimon. You—
Please, take good care of— I'd be really upset if you lost.
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you?
After we split up, I was originally thinking, so I rode the aqua bus with Yoimiya, and yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there. 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together. Yeah, those. We sat and watched.
Oh, it was this.
Afterwards, we went. I held Ayaka's hand. At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Before I knew it, I was breathing like I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the rum. Yeah, and there were so many creatures, like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh!
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beast.
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and... Yoimiya was down there for... yeah, but as...
Speaking of the...
My brother and Xavier were... As for the others, we're here.
Please excuse my tardy...
Wait!
Good morning, everyone. Morning. Can someone fetch... Sure. No, you can't go anywhere. Please, I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for...
So much energy.
Oh, Yoimiya's always...
Of course not.
Wow. Paimon.
Well, I went all out.
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
Oh, thank you.
It seems everyone has managed.
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward.
Well then, Mr. Xavier.
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce this is our prop manager, Veronique, and this is Bono.
Wow.
First of all, please allow... When my investor informed, I had no idea that I'd find so many...
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them. I am sure that someday, this...
Yes, the story is...
Anyway, I would like to make a This is not just my... So, without further... You may take it from here, Director Farina.
All right. The first scene take...
Whoa.
Is everyone clear? All right.
Seems... Anyway, let's go see if there's anything...
बस सीन खत्म हो गया यार 20 प्राइमोजेन दे दो यार मुझे पुल करना है अरे
Ayaka has mentioned...
No talking.
Ah.
To achieve a more...
Are you saying the...
You just have to... Quiet.
How about here? You got it.
Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. I heard that the trap...
Really?
Well, sure. I just think that after all your journeys together... Oh, I see.
Yoimiya, we need lights over there.
Oh, I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it. But she was right.
चलो यार एक क्लैपर और एक कैमरामैन पर शूटिंग करो भाई मेरे को प्राइमोजेन चाहिए क्या कर रहे हैं इन लोग
So, this is a real... No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad.
Only in books and newspapers. When we're filming.
Which means it'll be... Thank you, Veronique. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear... Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll...
Good point.
You seem to know...
Yes,
I also perform...
Yes. This way.
Yes, well said.
Oh, sounds like they found a
Though these props differ from the muskets I use.
Good. I look forward.
First and foremost,
Okay.
when aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use.
Like this?
Not bad.
This is the end of the...
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, this is the end of the road for you.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes,
What do you think?
I
believe it would be most fit.
Well, if you insist. Miss Ayaka!
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna...
Let's go see.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevron.
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role.
But, brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will be able to...
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character. But this caused... But... If we were to change the siblings to... Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That...
Of course. Even with all these...
Chevro's mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets...
Alright, I'll...
Good. It will also...
You're doing a great...
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be...
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea... Let's go, Miss Chevras.
Please, just...
दे दो भाई.
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was...
Surely you jest, Chiori.
Oh, come on, you...
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she... But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations.
Alright, go on.
Ayato! It's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as...
No need.
It's a little hard for Paimon...
Yes.
Traveler? Yep.
Go on.
Yep, don't worry.
Thank you.
Alright. Now that we're all here, the first scene takes... Chevras will be Silence on the set! Lights!
Let's go!
Tulip!
Iris, Tulip! I'm home!
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises?
But I didn't...
Then perhaps... By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well...
They even took Iris...
And they even called...
Shh! It's all right, don't worry. It doesn't matter what anyone says. You both have wonder... Maybe your time to... Don't let the soil you're in now ruin...
And cut! Not bad. Also, if our...
Oh!
Great.
I felt fine.
You two were great.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered.
Mother! We're back, Mother! What's wrong?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? Mother!
There's poison in this cup.
Huh?
Iris.
Leave? But no.
Anywhere. We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
No, we can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the...
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll have...
And cut! Beautiful!
wonderful! Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka!
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the cut. It's quite similar to practice. Ayaka's performance. Pipe down, everyone!
Traveler. Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress.
I've read this novel. Anyway.
Oh, right! You have a case where
In the story, and on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct. We found
Oh, that does? Especially after seeing the script today? What do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine, there's no time to lose. We should...
Huh?
The most valuable intel always comes after night. That's how one of my favorite...
So, where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very...
ये मेरे को पुल करने के मुझे कुछ ना कुछ मिशन करना पड़ेगा वरना नहीं मिलेगा 10 मिलियन से मिल गया तो बस हो जाएगा मेरे को
Welcome to Le Show's...
Hello.
Special components.
I mean the kind of components that aren't typical...
Huh?
Don't misunderstand.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not even...
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual, rather...
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular customers.
Is that...
You're welcome. It's the least I can do.
ओ बच गया जरा से के लिए 1 सेकंड और लेट होता तो जाता था
Oh, hey, Chevris.
Hello, Estelle. I want...
Oh, is this another case? I don't think so.
Oh? What?
Because there's no profit. I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't know.
Then has anybody come
Well, I usually...
I understand.
Don't mention it. Always have...
Seems like we haven't found...
Yeah, unfortunate.
Huh?
You think so, huh?
Huh?
That I grew up in Flips.
ये भी नहीं मिलेगा अभी मेरे को कुछ और करना पड़ेगा ओह ये नहीं होगा 1 2 3 तो हो गया ये अभी 7 घंटे में अनलॉक होगा जब तक नहीं मिलेगा आज के लिए क्या करूँ फिर देखते हैं शायद से इधर कुछ मिल जाए यार अपने ये जल्दी करना मांगता था, बहुत लेट हो रहा है। यार मेरे को सिर्फ 20 या 10 प्राइमोजेम दे दो यार, खत्म। मेरे को एक पुल करना है, ज़्यादा नीचे। चलो 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 चलो, स्टोरी भगाओ, स्टोरी भगाओ। Defeat all opponents, have to 10 munitions, have 20 munitions, okay। देखते क्या सीन है, उसके बाद पता करेंगे। अरे एक बुलेट वेस्ट हो गया। ट्वेंटी म्यूनिशंस रिमेनिंग बोल रहा है। बॉस बढ़ गया क्या? यार क्या उड़ा सकते? भाई साहब एग्जिट करो, एग्जिट करो भाई। मेरे को पहले 20 प्राइमोजेम देते भाई, बात का बात हम बाद में करेंगे। मेरे को पुल करना है यार नाविया के लिए। ये 10 ही चाहिए मेरे को एक्चुअली, लेकिन अगर 20-30 दे देते तो भाई मेहरबानी हो जाएगी गेम की भाई। वो वैसे भी 500 मिली सेकेंड का इसका। थैंक यू। नाइस। ओ 30 दे दिया, ये सही काम करते हैं इसने गेम में। जा फिर अभी हम लोग एक एक काम पहले करते हैं। कहाँ पर हो? करने से अच्छा इसको कर लेता मैं एनहांस। अगर वो नहीं है तो दूसरा कुछ करेंगे। में कौन सा है? हाँ, एनियोमा का आगे उची बचा हुआ, एक ही बचा है। तभी मैं बोलूँ कुछ तो बचा रहेगा ना करने के लिए। लेवल 90 अभी मैक्स आउट हो गया, अभी इसका टेंशन नहीं है। क्रिटिकल वेपन अपने पास है नहीं तो स्पेस क्लोज होता है उसका। यस, अभी पुल करने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे? नाविया को पुल करने का है भाई, इसलिए इधर आ रहे हैं। पुल करके आज के लिए ब्रेक लेंगे, देखते नाविया मिलती है क्या नहीं। फिंगर्स क्रॉस भाई। 240 हो गए, नाविया के लिए पुल करेंगे। लेट्स गो। इसमें वेपन दे रहे हैं यार, क्या बोलूं मैं इसको। कितना हो गया मेरा पुल्स? नहीं तो फिर कल ट्राई करेंगे वापस से। कैंडिस मिली है ना इसके पहले 4 स्टार में। ओ, तुम्हें बॉर्डर पे हो? तो मैं अभी एग्जैक्ट बॉर्डर पे 13 है ना, 14 पेजेस पे है ना। अभी सीन क्या मालूम है, ये नीचे नीचे आते जाएगा तो मेरे पास 1 2 3 4 विश और है। या तो 4 विश के अंदर मिलना मांगते हैं, 4 या 5 विश के अंदर मिलना चाहिए मेरे को। अगर 70 का जो मैं लेके चल रहा हूँ उसमें 4-5 विश के अंदर मेरा मिलना चाहिए, काम होना चाहिए। मतलब एक कभी कितना दिन है अभी, और ये 13 डेज है ना, ठीक है। रोज का 1 विश करेंगे तो हो जाएगा अपना काम। सो गाइस, स्ट्रीम में जुड़ने के लिए धन्यवाद। उम्मीद है आपको स्ट्रीम पसंद आई। अगर आए हैं तो मैं लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब फॉलो करना मुझे फेसबुक ट्विटर यूट्यूब, लिंक्स इन द बॉक्स। मैं चला ब्रेक लेने, मिलता हूँ ब्रेक के बाद नई स्ट्रीम में। जब तक के लिए टाटा बाय बाय, टेक केयर एंड स्टे सेफ।